Welcome back to the West Coast for episode 23 with me, Mr. Sealy P. It's 6:28 in the morning, and as you saw overnight, bit of contracting, bit of work has been done here and there. I've moved some equipment, I've leased some equipment, so I am ready to go this morning. I've been in touch with the Rainy Sunday Distillery, and they don't mind where I sell the corn, the barley, the wood chips. There's only really one place to sell it, and they'll just collect it from wherever they need to. I found the Kokerling Cedar. Weird thing was I started to doubt whether I'd even bought it or not, but it's there. Weird thing is, in my mind I'm thinking, did I just think I was going to? Did I download it and install it but then not actually buy it? I can't remember. But anyway, it's there. I've bought over the little Massey Ferguson 20B. Farmer Fraser's been very kind after we kind of had that, not barn find, barn reveal really, where he showed us all the Massey Fergusons he had. He's been quite keen to get them used, so this one's come over here to Little Wallhope Farm. It's been using the Joskin to keep the apple orchard, or the orchard. Did I do apples and oranges? I can't remember what I did, some of each I think, in water, and I think I might have enough manure now at Mountain View Farm to bring over and give them some manure as well. But first things first, I need to sell this. I obviously bought field 32 as well, behind 33. I was putting barley into field 33 off screen and suddenly realised the field next to it was kind of ready to harvest and it had barley in it, so I thought, well, I'll buy that while I'm here, why not? I got my numbers around the wrong way. It is 80,000 litres of corn we need. How have I managed? Well, that was a bit of a... I managed to get the trailer caught up on the pipes for the two silos that are standing up there. That was a clever move. But it's free now, and that's the main thing. Great, right, let's see what we're going to get. So this is the first 38,000 litres. 42 left to go. Anyway, as I was saying, I've got my numbers mixed up. 80,000 litres of corn, 20,000 litres of barley, 30,000 litres of wood chips. So, 34,000, that's not too bad. I shouldn't have any problem at all with the barley, because now I've just seeded field 33 and I've bought 32. 32 is something like a 3 hectare, 4 hectare field. Plenty of barley. I'm making a mess of this. Please open in. There we go. That's better. Just need a little bit more room. So, what I'm going to do, I have procured an excavator from the building site, which was a building site, which is now like a placeables area. There was a Liebherr 902 not being used, so I have arranged an agreement where I can use it for a little while. I've also got a couple of slow conveyors, and I've leased the Jens B725D wood chipper. That's all over at a forestry location, actually not far away from old Miss Wright's house. So we're going to be heading over there to do the wood chipping while the barley grows. I did some weeding overnight on the couple of cornfields on 10 and 15, so everything is growing as it should be, but the wood chipping does need doing, so I'm going to do that now. So here I stand on the road, Mountain View Farm just up there, Little Wallhope just down there. I've come up the lane, and on the right hand side there's a forestry area here. Old Miss Wright's is just further up the lane there. Now here's all the equipment, it's all been brought over. I bought the Brantner trailer. The JCB's been hauling backwards and forwards various different bits of equipment. I've got the tractor, the Valtra from Mountain View Farm. We've got a BioBelts log fork on the front, weight on the back. We've got 2 slow conveyors. And in the last episode, I left the link in the description for Metric Gamer's video. And this is where this setup has come from. Recommended to me by Golf Cart Jockey. So I thought I'd give it a go. Why not? He used it for doing logging and also for doing wood chipping. In the logging setup, you put a full tree on there, or it depends on the size of them, but on there, and cleverly using the Liebherr 902 with the stump cutter attachment in this configuration, the logs come over, chop onto the second conveyor and then into a trailer. But if you want to wood chip them, you just put a wood chipper there instead of a trailer. Now it seems like a lot going on when you could just use a Scorpion King, etc, etc. Absolutely, and I've used a Scorpion King loads and loads of times. What is good about this, if you were going to wood chip, you would need to lease or buy a wood chipper anyway. If you were going to get the Scorpion King comes in at about 317,000, I think. The Liebherr 902 was 95, I think it was. With the header, it worked out about 97. These were 7 each. So you're looking at, you know, what's that? Like 7, 14, about 111,000 compared to 317,000. So it's not a bad way of doing it. It's a little bit awkward setting it all up, getting it just right, and I don't know if it's going to work perfectly first time. I hope so. I've tried to line it all up. I've looked at Metric Gamer's video a few times just to make sure I get it as right as I possibly can, and we'll see what happens. That's all we can do, really. So what I will do is we'll open the gate for the forestry, take down a couple of trees with a chainsaw, take all the limbs off, then we'll use the BioBelts log fork, pick them up, drop them on there, hopefully they'll chop on there, up that one into the wood chipper and into there. This is our wood chipping production plant for today. I need 30,000 litres of wood chips. This holds 46, so if I can fill that up, that'll be job done. This is going to get very noisy because the conveyor will be going on that, and the engine running on that, and the blade running on that, and that running, so it is going to get a little bit noisy. But to start off with, let's just cut a couple of trees down. Trying to think, which way should I do this to make it easier for loading on? I'll do this way first. I'll do 3 or 4 to start off with, because I'm really not too sure how many trees it's going to take to fill that trailer. And these aren't very, very tall ones, they're not massive high trees. These should fit on the conveyor belt pretty well. If they were the very, very tall trees, you can always cut them in half and put them on half at a time. Let's start, we'll do one, and it might mean we need to tweak the blades or the conveyor belt, or, you know, I don't know yet. We'll give it a go. This is one of those things I haven't tested yet. Often I will test things just to see if it works. I've set it up as per Metric Gamer's video, and I'm just hoping, really I'm hoping, if it does work it's going to be brilliant. Now I've felled the trees this way first, simply because when I pick them up with the BioBelts log fork, and that might chop them off already, that'll save a bit of time. Perfect. Let's put that away. Yeah, so as I pick them up with the BioBelts log fork, here, lift them up, it will give me the thick end first. That should work a little bit better. Right, so now comes the moment of truth. Let's turn all these on. First belt. Then we'll jump into here. Turn the engine on. Turn the blade on. Nope. Turn the blade on. Not drop the blade off the end. Right, that's running. Now we need to jump into that one. Turn it on. Belt on. Wow. Now into this. Turn it on. Just get the belt running. And like I say, it's going to get very noisy around here, so I may need to talk up a little bit. So hopefully, as the log comes up there, it will hit that blade, chop into chunks, go up there and, you know. Like I said, let's see, shall we? Okay, right. Also, this little voucher looks brilliant. Do like it. Right, let's see how we get on, shall we? Make sure I don't hit the trees on the way out, because that would just be awkward. As far as that. Now, the only problem with that is the reach isn't particularly high, but it should be alright. Okay. Oh, I'm not sure if that's lined up properly now. Is that straight? Doesn't look like it is. This could go wrong. Okay, well, we're only going to know by trying, aren't we? And I've just knocked even further. Brilliant. Work. No. Well, that's not what we're supposed to do. Oh, right, okay. Blade needs to be higher. I think that conveyor moved, which didn't help. Which means that's now not going to work either. Right, okay. So, let's have a bit of a fiddle around. Let's get this working. There you go, just to prove the point. This hasn't been kind of set up already, and well, there you go. One log will go through, hopefully. It does work a bit. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, a bit of fiddling around. Got the other logs out the way and thrown through the wood chipper. Let's try the next one and see if we can get it to work a bit better. Drop it on, come on. Of course it won't. He makes it look very, very easy on his video. I suppose it takes a little bit of time to get a bit of a knack to it. So we just need to get that. Right, okay, fingers crossed. There we go, right, we're getting somewhere. It's cutting the chunks properly. Oh yes. And we are wood chipping. That is bizarrely clever. And looks great. So I can just get that one over the blade. Just went slightly at an angle. Lift that up. Just want to put that to. There's going to be some residue. I was trying to work out a way of getting the blade, or that whole section, under the conveyor belt, so the only bit that was sticking out was the blade, but it's fine for most of the log, it's just this last bit. I don't know why this keeps twisting. It seems to be out of alignment again. But it's working. Right, next tree, let's give it another go. See if I can get it onto the conveyor belt straight this time without making such a real mess of it. Don't know how quickly I'm going to get 30,000 litres, but hopefully it shouldn't take too long at all. Like I say, yes, with a Scorpion King you can do it a lot quicker, but it's more expensive and it's not as much, well, it's not as much fun. No, this is fun actually, I'm enjoying it. It's a challenge, it's a different way of doing it. I've done logging in all different ways and I've never done it this way before. Those slow conveyors are absolutely brilliant. They were, was that LS Mod Company in Slow Tide 63? I'm trying to think who were the modders on the slow conveyors. I think it might have been. So I'll put this one on straight this time without making a mess of it. I could probably do with lowering. Just thinking, if I fiddle around, if I move the excavator over and dropped that whole assembly lower down here. If I drop that conveyor lower down, it would be flatter, so it would be easier to put these on. That might work as well. It would just be a bit of a process, I think. Straight. Flip that round. Open it up. Drop them straight. Yes. Okay. Ah, it missed. Weird. Oh, I went sideways. Okay, well, a bit of fiddling. Let's just check something, shall we? How much do we have in here already, and how much do I think we're going to need? $14,000. That's actually not too bad. I need to put that a little bit closer because it does seem to be only just about going into that trailer. So let's put that there. 14,000. What do I need? 30. So I'm nearly halfway. Although that didn't go so well. So let's chop that. Well, all is peaceful and quiet again. All the machinery is turned off and it's ready to be packed away. That worked really well, the lead pair. I was quite impressed with that, I have to say. That's going to go back to the building site. We may come across using that again at some point, I'm not too sure. But anyway, we have got in total 43,692 litres. That's more than we needed. We only needed 30. I was worried because the capacity of this trailer is 46,000. If I did another tree, it could take it over, which means then there'd be some stored inside the wood chipper, and then you've got to unload that and remove that. So I thought, we'll stop where we are. Now, as far as selling this goes, this is the same thing. This can be sold anywhere, as long as I let Rainy Sunday Distillery know where. This could go to the biomass heating plant. Problem with that is it gets burnt and the heat produces power, energy, etc. No good selling it there, so it's going to go down to Quality Timber and they can collect it from there. So that's where we're heading. Beacon on down to Quality Timber, and that'll be, well, where are we? We're halfway through our corn. That'll be all of the wood chips, which means this field here that I bought, 32, needs harvesting of the barley, and 33 here I seeded with barley. I only need 20,000 litres. I'm going to get that easily. So yeah, not too bad at all. I think I might even start on the barley harvest straight after this. I do need to take all the machinery back and return the wood chipper, because obviously I don't want to be charged any fees. If I'm not using it, I won't get charged, but you know what I mean. I don't want it sitting there and I forget, and then at midnight get charged again. Only downside of doing the barley next, if you look up in the top right hand corner, it looks like it's going to rain. Well, according to the weather forecast, it's going to rain. The sky doesn't look too bad at the moment, but then it is only 7:20 in the morning, so who knows. Now I have to say, even with all that setting up and getting the conveyor belts lined up, once it was lined up, once I kind of got into the flow, it worked fine. It was certainly a lot easier than using the tiny little Heiser map, so well worth a try actually. Right. That 14,000. Not a huge amount of money, but it's not about the money, it's what the wood chips were for. Part of the deal was, I'm trying to think, I got a good price for all the crops and stuff I sold. 5 pallets of saplings. To be fair, I only cut down what, 6 or 9 trees. It wasn't very many. It's a lot of saplings, but I will have to replace some at some point, plus a greenhouse. They would fund a greenhouse as well. I might pay for that on my own money anyway, because I've made the money on selling the crop. They did say they would fund it, but I'm thinking I might do a cucumber greenhouse, the modded one. Just deciding where to put it. I'm just thinking actually whether or not on that bit of grass there, because I can use the manure from the pigs. Well, maybe I own that field, don't know, I haven't used it for anything. Could put it down here. I don't want to put it too far away from where the manure is, because I need manure for a greenhouse. So I might do. That was kind of the only mistake I made with the orchard, putting it in a little Wallhope. It looks great there on the hillside and fantastic and whatnot, but it means having to transport the manure whenever you need it, which is another job I need to do. So, I've got this equipment back. I'll think about what I'm going to do next. Probably start on that barley harvest before the rain comes, I think. Field 32 is just on our left. Hopefully if I can turn in here, put the head up the side and not trample too much of the crop, which would be lovely. Oh, that's not so good. It's moving. Let's open that up, rock that back a little bit. Fingers crossed. I'm going to leave the straw swath enabled. Actually, I'm going to check to make sure it's enabled. Because Mountain View Farm's literally just around the corner, so I might as well come and collect all the straw and put it into the bunkers, into the silo, because it just seems pointless wasting it. It's going to be here, so it'll be used for bedding and various other things, so I might as well have it. So straw swath should be enabled. Let's get this turned on. Now I'm almost certain that I'm going to get enough from this field. It's a 4.48, something like that, hectare field. I shouldn't have a problem, but I do have my backup field 33, just in case. But I only need 20,000 litres off this, so we should be okay. I did get a very polite phone call from Miss Wright at her little cottage, because I did promise I'd go and cut the grass and I still haven't done it. It's been a while, so I do need to get and do that. So all the little odd jobs we always forget about. The pigs also need some work, and I need to sort out getting contractors in to get my greenhouse installed. What a view. What a view. Yeah, actually look at this. This field is massive. It only cost about 50 something thousand to buy. 4.48 hectare, that's massive. It's going to take me quite some time actually. What I might do, I'll just back up a little bit, hopefully. See which direction the worker goes, get myself something of a rectangle, and I can let the worker do a big chunk of it, and I can just mop up all the stuff at the end. I have realised most of the fields I own have telegraph poles in them of some description. That dawned on me. Let's give myself a bit of space at the top here. My only hope now is I can get right to the bottom without filling up. Otherwise unloading could be a tad tricky. I have to say though, I'm still smiling. I'm really pleased with how that all worked over there doing the wood chipping. It's really good. It's nice to do something different. I honestly do mean that. It was, like I say, it was fiddly to set up initially. Once it was set up and working, absolutely brilliant. But it does mean you can go backwards and forwards collecting logs while the actual whole processing thing is, you know, there's a little bit of tidying up to do at the end where your log drops out, but you can just get on with it. It's fantastic. But I think, alas, we have come to the end of another episode. Our contract for BJ Kite Farming is going brilliantly. We are well on the way to getting our Mr. CDP triple distilled bourbon. That'll be very nice indeed. I'm looking forward to tasting some. Still more jobs to do, plenty to come. Still loving this map, still enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it too, as much as I am. If you are, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.